Hey Becky, so sorry we didn't get a chance to meet to go over Google Slides. I'm going to kind of just walk you through, I hope, just a little bit of my thinking for social studies and how to create a slide. And of course, you can just kind of play and practice with it, but then of course we can try to meet and really get to look at it together. So but no, let me just kind of walk through first what my thinking was for social studies. So the thing about social studies, we go to Studies Weekly and you log in. Here's kindergarten, so I click on kindergarten and we are on week 7. Where do you live? Okay, the thing about Studies Weekly is this is like for a whole week, and it's really pretty short. So it's where do you live? Then, okay, they talk about the planet. Then they talk about the country. They talk about states, cities, and towns. Then in case of emergency. So here are kind of their slides. Then know your address, know your phone number, practice and memorize, fun and games. You can look at this, but really there's just not a lot of meat, and we're supposed to stretch this out for a week. So you're definitely going to have to add some things to social living in order to make it last the whole week. When you get to science, you're going to find that they have hour-long lessons that you're going to have to cut a bunch of stuff out just to fit it into our time slot. But social studies is quite the opposite, where they just give you a little bit and then we're going to have to supplement it. So just to kind of let you know. So what my thinking was, on Tuesday, we would talk about the planet and the country. And then we would review that on Wednesday and go ahead and add the states, cities, and towns on Wednesday. And then on Thursday and Friday, we could talk about the address and the phone number and the importance of learning those. And really, I just thought like the address, you could kind of show them that it's on a letter, it's on the mail, it's on your house, the numbers are on the outside of the house. So like pizza delivery could find you, just things like that. And then for the phone numbers, there was like a little short 1.5-minute video that we could put. I will show you at the bottom of this. It'll show you the standards, the weekly lesson plans. Studies Weekly will give you some worksheets. And there was one content video this week about the phone. And I did already go ahead and download that into a folder. Let me show you. So they're in the Kindergarten Team Drive under Social Living. Okay, click on Social Living again. Okay, I went ahead. Okay, so this week we're planning week 7, October 19th through 23rd. But I went ahead and put the dates because they jump around. If you see that we teach week 7, then we jump all the way over here to week 14. Then we jump over here to week 21. Then we go back to week 8. So it is crazy. But I did go ahead and put those worksheets and that video in week 7. And then I think Amy threw a bunch of stuff in here as well. So some of the other weeks don't have all that. You can look on Teacher Pay Teacher. If you have other things, of course, you can make things. Okay, but this is Tuesday. Let me show you how to go ahead. I think there's several different ways to make slides. I'm just going to come to show you the easiest way. I'm going to go under Tuesday. Okay, and this is what's already created for Tuesday. So what I want to do is I'm just going to go to this slide. I'm going to right click. And I'm going to make a copy of this slide so that I don't have to start completely from scratch. So I'm going to make a copy. Okay, so here's my copy of it. Now the thing about Google Slides, it's different from PowerPoint. So like if I went here onto my first one and typed over it, it would change my original. So you have to make a copy. It's not like with PowerPoint or Word where you would save it. It's automatically saved into your drive. So you don't have to keep clicking save, but it will save all of your things. So if you change your original, then you've changed your original for good. Just kind of let you know. Okay, since I'm going to make this day 2, So I am going to move it up here into week 7 because I want to get it out of Tuesday. I don't want it to be in Tuesday anymore. I'm going to make it Wednesday. So I'm just going to move it like this. We'll say, do you want to move it? Yes, I want to move it. So now it's here. It's right here. And I'm going to make a Wednesday folder. So I'm going to come up here to new. I'm going to do a new folder. And I'm going to name this one Wednesday, October 21st. And I'm going to go ahead and put this copy. I'm going to go ahead and just click on it, and I'm going to drag it into Wednesday. And I'll say, yes, please move it. Okay, so now I'm into Wednesday, and here's the one that I just made a copy and moved. Okay, so I'm going to click on that, and I'm just going to come up here to this is like my little title of my slides. I'm going to click there. I'm going to backspace to get a copy of, because now I want this to be week 7, day 2. Okay, so now I can manipulate these slides. I can make them whatever I want. So I'm going to come over here. I'm on my first little slide, and let me click on this. Okay, and I'm going to change this to day 2. For our learning target, okay, so on Tuesday, I can describe that I live in 2 places. They're going to live on the planet and in their country. Where now we're incorporating state and city and things like that. So I would probably do something like, I can describe that I live in many places. Okay, and honestly, with these things, I go ahead and plan the lesson. And then I come back and say, okay, what are we going to have to do throughout that lesson in order to reach that target today? Okay, I'm going to leave these because these are from Studies Weekly, and I think a little review is great. But I added these slides. So look, I'm just clicking on these on the left. I added this, so I'm going to click on this. I'm going to delete this one. I'm going to delete this one. But I'm going to go ahead and leave the ones from Studies Weekly. I'm going to delete these. All I'm doing to delete is I'm clicking on them, and I'm clicking delete on my keyboard. So I'm going to go ahead and delete all of these because I know I'm going to make new ones today. Okay, so now since I want to review this, I'm leaving these. I'm clicking here on my slide on the left. I want to add a new slide today. I'm going to come up here to this plus sign, and I'm going to add a blank screen. Okay, so I'm going to go back over here to Studies Weekly. And okay, so this one is already in my PowerPoint, this one, and I want to add this one. So in order to add it, I use a snipping tool. I just think it's easier. And the easiest way, there's actually a couple ways you can get your snipping tool, but I think the easiest way is to click Shift, and there's like a little Windows there's a picture of 4 Windows key. On my keyboard, it's by the space bar in between Function and Alt on the left. So I click Shift, the Windows key, and S for snipping tool. And when I click those things, my screen looks like this. So I'm going to click on this little rectangle, and this is going to allow me to click and drag whatever pictures I want. I can do whatever I want on this screen. I just want to get this image. It automatically saves it to your clipboard, which is just so wonderful. Now I'm going to come back up here, and I'm going to click to the slides I've been working on. Here's my blank page that I made. I'm going to click on the main slide, and I'm going to press Control V as in Victor, and there's my image. So now these are my Studies Weekly slides that I have just moved over here. Since I'm gonna we put the worksheets in that folder, and Amy's thrown a bunch of things in that folder, so I'm gonna go ahead and take a look at that week 7. I'm gonna come over here. I'm gonna look at this worksheet from Studies Weekly. It says write the name of your city or town on the line. That's very appropriate for today's lesson. Then it says Earth is a planet. What is the name of your city and town? Very appropriate. And here's a little review of the USA. So I really think I'm going to want to use this worksheet today. So I want to do something to incorporate. Maybe that'll be their little activity at the end of the lesson. So if I want to add this worksheet, or just show a picture, I'm going to go ahead and download it. It goes over here to the bottom of my screen. And if I download it, I'm able to resize it. So I can shrink it. And I'm going to use that snipping tool again. Shift Windows S. I'm going to snip this. Ooh, I messed up. That's okay. We just do it again. Shift Windows S. I let go of my drag too soon. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put that in today's lesson. Okay, look, I'm just going to add another slide. And I don't know how I want to use that yet, but I know I want to use that there somewhere. So I'm just going to kind of put that in there. Okay, so I went ahead and put a couple other things in there too. I went ahead and paused the video because all I was doing was snipping it, holding down that Shift Windows S. Okay, but I do want to show you. So let's say I finish my lesson and I want to go ahead and type my learning target here, but I also want to put the same thing. I'm going to put that same learning target at the end of my lesson. I can click on the slide and right click and press duplicate that slide. It will give me 2 of them. And then I could take this slide and move it to the bottom of that lesson so that I could have the same exact slide in 2 places. Another thing I wanted to show you was, so on this slide, you might read this part to the students, but then I go ahead and type all kind of things down here in the comments that I want to make sure that I remember to focus on during my lesson. So these are actually from Tuesday's lesson, so I'm going to delete these. This is more review today. Review what a planet is. Okay, so I'm just going to put some little notes in there. Okay, one more thing that I wanted to show you is there is a video on, I think, Friday's lesson. So I went ahead and added a Friday, and I started a slide for Friday. Let's just see if it'll pop up. Okay, and I just deleted everything else. I just left the learning target because we're not sure what we want that to be, but I wanted to show you how to insert a video. Okay, so I come here. If you add your slides and it has all these boxes and you don't want them, then you can come up here to layout and you can scroll down and you can just have it blank. So I just take all those boxes off because I don't like them. Okay, so let's say I go to YouTube and I find a video that I want. This is actually an Amplify video. I can show you later how to change Amplify videos into YouTube videos, but this one's only a minute and 51 seconds. Okay, but if I find a video that I want to show, I come up here and I double click and I copy Control C. I copy that little address, and then I come over here to the slides that I wanted in. Now I go to a blank slide and I come up here to insert and I say insert a video, and here's my YouTube. You can also do it from your Google Drive, but here's the YouTube. I'm going to Control V as in Victor. I'm going to search my video, and here it is. So I click on the video, I click on that little black box, and I can do select. So now it will upload that video straight to my presentation. Okay, and let's say it's a 10-minute video, but I only want to show 3 minutes of that video, then I can come over here and edit those times. So I know that was a very quick and over a video trying to explain this to you, so you can just play around with it a little bit. Let me know if you have any questions, and of course we can play with it together when we're all back at school. Thank you so much, Becky. Have a great weekend.